Hello everyone, we the students of Seva Mandal Education Society's Srimati Sunanda Praveen Gambhirchand College of Nursing are celebrating World Heart Day with the theme of harnessing the power of digital health to improve awareness, prevention and management of cardiovascular disease globally. This video is all about connecting with our hearts, making sure that we are motivating and nurturing our heart as best as we can, as we are using the power of digital technology to connect every heart everywhere. So, let us start with the cardiovascular disease. Cardiovascular disease is a class of disease that affects the heart and the blood vessels, the veins and the arteries. So let's see the types of cardiovascular disease. Type 1, coronary heart disease or ischemic heart disease. It is caused by narrowing of the coronary arteries. Type 2 is heart attack or myocardial infarction. It is due to a blood clot when cuts off the flow of blood to the heart. Type 3 is the stroke. It occurs when the blood supply to the brain is interrupted, that causes the brain to lose the supply of oxygen and nutrients.
Now we will see the causes and risk factor of the cardiovascular disease: smoking, diabetes, high BP, cholesterol and glucose level, obesity. The symptoms of the CVD is based on what condition one has and can include chest pain, chest tiredness, chest pressure and chest discomfort, skin rashes and unusual spot, pain, discomfort in the arm, neck, shoulder, jaw and back, changes in heart rhythm, fever, very fast and slow heartbeat, palpitation or fluttering in your chest, swelling of hands, legs, ankles or feet, shortness of breath, dizziness, lightheadedness or fainting, dry persistent cough.
Cardiovascular disease, the tests which are carried out in a cardiovascular disease. The first one is electrocardiogram. It is a simple test that can be used to check your heart rhythm and electrical activity. The second one is nuclear stress test. The nuclear stress test measures blood flow while you are at rest and during activity, showing areas with poor blood flow and damage in your heart. The third one is echocardiogram. An echocardiogram is a non-invasive procedure. It is to check, assess the heart function and structure. The fourth one is coronary angiogram. The purpose of this procedure is to see if the coronary arteries are narrowed or blocked. CT scan. CT scan is a non-invasive procedure. CT scan is useful diagnostic tool for detecting disease and injuries. MRI scan. An MRI scan is a radiological technique scan that uses magnetism, radiological waves and a computer to produce image of body structures.
Now we will see the prevention of CVD. According to WHO, as many as 80% of all heart attacks and strokes are preventable. Risk factors like family history cannot be modified, while risk factors of like high BP can be modified through lifestyle interventions and treatment. Individuals' behavior can lead to raised BP, diabetes, high cholesterol, overweight and obesity, which can in turn to be measured in order to assess an individual's risk factors of developing CVD. While individual choices play a part in their behaviors, government and policymakers also play an important role in ensuring people have access to the tools they need to live healthy life, including clean air, affordable healthy food, and well-planned urban spaces that encourage an active lifestyle. Health policies that create environment where healthy choices are available and affordable are essential for motivating people to adopt and sustain healthier lifestyle. Let us not let in COVID-19 stop one from attending regular checkups and not avoid calling the emergency services. The first prevention for the CVD is eat healthy, balanced diet, unprocessed fresh foods, plenty of fruits and vegetables, whole grains, nuts and foods low in saturated fat, sugars and salt. No processed foods. Drink at least 3 liters of water, warm water in a day. The second prevention for the CVD is exercise regularly. 30 minutes of moderate intensity physical activity 5 days in a week in adults up to 18 years to 65 years, and in seniors plus 65 plus should aim to do at least 150 minutes of moderate intensity activity or at least 75 minutes of high intensity physical activity every week. Children and adolescents should do at least 60 minutes of moderate to vigorous intensity physical activity every day. Use the stairs instead of the lift. Get off the bus a few stops earlier and walk the rest to the way. Being active is also a great way to relieve stress and control your weight, which can both risk factors for CVD. Then the third is maintain healthy body weight. Lowering risk of overweight and obesity normally involves reducing the number of calories consumed from fats and sugars, increasing the portion of daily intake of fruits, vegetables, whole grains and nuts. 60 minutes of exercise most days a week will help us maintain a healthy body weight. Then the fourth prevention is avoid smoke-filled environment, exposure to second-hand smoke and tobacco use. All forms of tobacco are harmful and there is no safe level of exposure to tobacco. If you are having trouble to quitting the tobacco, talk to your doctor and about developing a tailored plan to suit your needs. Then the fifth prevention is to avoid alcohol. As with tobacco, there is no safe level for drinking alcohol, and the detrimental effects of alcohol outweigh potential protective benefits. While drinking less may reduce risk of CVD, the ideal situation of health to not to drink at all. Even moderate drinkers notice health benefits when they stop drinking.
Vascular diseases. Treatment vary widely and can include lifestyle changes in which diet, exercises, planning should be taken. No alcohol and tobacco smoking consumption should be done. Medication, in which it includes statins, drugs to lower blood cholesterol level, low dose aspirin to prevent blood clots, insulin for the patient with diabetes, and medication to reduce blood pressure. Devices in which artificial cardiac pacemaker to perform cardioversion, defibrillation and pacing of heart, medical procedures, stents, heart valve surgery, CABG that improves blood flow to the heart. Thank you.
As we have known about the cardiovascular disease, now let's talk about how the digital technology is helping us to connect with the healthy heart. As there is pandemic but still we have access towards health. This is due to live video conferencing. Through live video conferencing, we can communicate with the patient and identify the needs of the patient. The second one is mobile health apps. Through mobile health apps, we can improve our health and maintain it. There is also remote patient monitoring with telenursing. This is done to monitor the cardiac status of the patient and to promote them health education. Telemedicine is to practice medicine online, being at any distance, and to deliver care to the patient. Audio conferencing is also done to guide and counsel the patient. This modes of digital technology makes easy to deliver care to the patient having cardiac or any health problems. Let us make use of these digital technologies to promote care towards the cardiac patients for a result with a healthy, happy and a strong heart.